Hello friends, today's topic is the life of paycheck to paycheck. Let's rant.
I've made over $8,700 net take-home pay for the month of July, and I still had to dip into savings to cover all of my bills. I've made previous videos of this in the past, but all of my monthly bills total up to over $8,000 per month. My house, this right here alone, cost me over $5,000 for the mortgage payment. This is my paycheck that I'm getting paid today, over $4,400. And this was the total of my last paycheck that went through 7/18, $4,300. My total take-home pay for the month of July is $87.66. And this is how much money I had to take out of my savings and put into my checking account to pay for all of our bills this month, $1,175. So this is the amount that I have worked in for the month of July. This first week I worked 4 shifts, so 1 overtime shift. The next week I picked up 5, however I got canceled this last day, so I only worked 4 days this week, so 1 overtime shift. The following week I worked 4 days, so 1 overtime shift, and then this week that I'm currently on, I worked my 3 regular shifts. This day, which is today, I do an education day, which was only 4 hours. And then this shift is an extra shift, which will be overtime. Hopefully, fingers crossed that I work that shift. So overall, I was averaging about 48 hours per week, which is pretty low for me. I usually like to keep it within the 50 to 70 hour range per week. Next week, I plan on working almost every single day, 12-hour shifts, to try to get a little bit more ahead and just to recover from this past month. I'm going to make a part 2 immediately after this to explain a little bit more about some stuff that's been going on that's been costing us extra money, including the temporary job that my stay-at-home husband has gotten and has been working, which has ironically cost us a lot of money, him being gone. I'm sorry if I look absolutely a wreck. I am very tired because I am not sleeping. It's in the middle of the day because my kids are home and my stay-at-home husband is not here. I cannot sleep, and I'm normally asleep during the day. Okay, on to part 2.
Living paycheck to paycheck has to be the worst Homo sapien experience of all time. I truly believe that there is absolutely nothing worse than waking up and your bank account is negative $500. Seeing shit like that genuinely makes me want to sign up to be in a assault trap. The shit is so demoralizing, I don't even think Satan himself would wish that upon his worst enemy. Bro, I remember when I first joined the military, my checks were like $600 every 2 fucking weeks. Let that sink in. My nigga, I could go work at McDonald's for 2 days and make more than what E1s make in the fucking military. Let that. But I'm gonna let it be known that despite getting paid $600 every 2 weeks, they do give you a place to lay your head at nighttime. That's it. But anyways, so when I first got into the military and I first got to my duty station, I realized I needed a fucking car. Because where you went to sleep at and where you worked at were at 2 separate locations. And walking there was a recipe for disaster, so I had to cop a car. So I ended up getting a car and my monthly was $240 a month, which is not that bad. But once you factor in that I'm getting paid $600 every 2 weeks, nigga, that $240 feels like $750. Now I also want to let it be known that I was 18 at this time, so spending money was easy as fuck for me. So I'm out here having the time of my life, grabbing phenomenal eats, having to pay for all my subscriptions like Netflix and Pornhub, and then on top of that, you got registration, you got insurance, you gotta fucking deal with, all for that shit to accumulate at the end of the fucking month when you realize that you don't have $240 fucking dollars to pay for your fucking car note. And pray that you're not going to school, because now you got student loans you gotta fucking deal with on top of all that bullshit. So at the end of the fucking month, my ass always ended up in the negatives, bro. Thank the Lord that overdraft protection exists, my nigga, because my ass would have been deep fried fucking chips if there wasn't that. And mind you, this was a cycle for about a year of me paying all these fucking bills, trying to enjoy life as much as I can, just to end up with negatives in my fucking bank account. So if your ass is going through this paycheck to paycheck bullshit, bro, just know that better days will come, my nigga. Trust me, because finally, a nigga is out of that cycle. But I'm not gonna cap. I am one financial hardship away from going completely bankrupt, my nigga. So, stay safe.
The moment I realized I was living paycheck to paycheck, that hit me hard. I was working so hard, but every time I got paid, the money was gone. No cushion, no savings, just stress. My name is Jay, and I teach mindset and finances. After a while, I decided I can't keep living like this. I need a plan, even if I started small. If you are there right now, please decide to break the cycle. If you are serious about shifting your money story, go ahead and check out my bio. I have something special for you. Share this video, save this video, and if you're still watching, you might as well follow me for more tips.
Life is rough for everyone in 2025. Hang in there.
Somebody said they finally at the point in life where they get, when your life is turning top deserve it. And I could not agree more. Because what in the entire fuck? Everything is high. Everything costs way too much. You can't even rob Peter to pay Paul no more because Peter ain't got no money. What you gonna do now? Like, why did it wait until it was time for me to be grown? I know millennials gotta feel this way. Why you gotta wait for us to be grown when rents that used to be $650 and $700, you can add a smooth 1,000, sometimes 1,200 to them? What? I looked at an apartment the other day down in Baltimore. An apartment in Baltimore City, $1,650 to stay in the hood. I got a coworker. She like in her 50s. She working 2 damn jobs. First time she ever had to work 2 jobs in her life just to pay her bills. She ain't working 2 jobs to have extra little vacation money, little going out with your girlfriend money. No, she working 2 jobs to pay her bills. What in the entire hell are we doing? Who decided that this is what we're supposed to do? Who decided this is how we're supposed to live life? I'm not even living paycheck to paycheck. I'm living bill to bill. I'm sick of being an adult. I'm tired of it. And then it's just be grateful for what you got. I ain't got nothing to be grateful for. Grateful for what I got. What I got? Damn.
My husband is a level 40 gifter on TikTok, but he doesn't take care of his children. Now, I live in the UK with my husband, and we have been in this country for almost 20 years. I practically give birth to all my children here. Recently, my husband has this obsession with TikTok to the point that he spends money recklessly, gifting women up and down. You will see him on TikTok King livestream, gifting people massively. He will spend millions gifting people in a day while we are suffering at home. I have complained. I have reported to his parents. There's nothing I have not done. He told me that it is money. He can spend it however he likes. The most painful part about all of this is he will go around looking for women that are streaming on TikTok that live in the UK, gifting them just to impress them, and he will start dating all of them. There's a particular lady on this TikTok my husband is always going to her live stream. She dressed some kind of way, open her body, and then he will just sit down there and be gifting her while she's playing a game. I came to her DM one of the days, another of my secret accounts, and I wrote her and I told her that, please, this is what I'm going through. Can you block my husband from coming to your live stream? The lady told me that if I come to her DM again, that she's going to have me arrested, that I had the audacity to come to her DM and start telling her rubbish. She's staying in the UK. She doesn't do anything but stream from morning till night. Recently, I found out that my husband has even met with her. Like, they went out together. He spent 2 days with this lady in the hotel in this country. We have been in this country for years. All our investments, all our kids. If anything is happening in the house, it is my money. If my children needs anything, it is my money. It's just as if I'm working, feeding him and all of that. So I decided to stop cooking for him. When I cannot cook, we'll just order. I'll order food for me and my children because my kids are adults and teenagers, so they are well okay. It is becoming draining. I will go to work every day. I will take care of the kids. I will feed you. All you do with your money is gift people on TikTok. Then he started calling my people in Nigeria that if I don't cook for him, that he's giving me 1 week. If I don't start cooking for him, he's done with the marriage. We have been married for good 22 years, and my husband wants to end the marriage of TikTok gifts. And I told him no problem. I already have my children. I'm not a child. I'm not the one to now be begging somebody at my age. You can leave if you want to leave, but as for this house, for me to now carry my children and be leaving, it's not possible. Pack your things and leave. Now my husband left the house, carried his bag, and went to go and be staying in an Airbnb apartment or whatever he is, I don't know. Went to be gifting people on TikTok. I'm always monitoring him. When I'm at work, I check. He will just be there gifting. They will be hailing him. He will just be gifting. One day they called him in Nigeria. His father was involved in an accident. The man was sitting in front of his house in the village. A bike man just came from nowhere and hit him. So the man broke his waist, that they needed to do a spinal cord surgery for him. Listen, I'm telling you now, my husband has rented his apartment already. This is like after 6 months. We are officially over. We didn't file for a divorce, but everybody was just living separately. 6 months later, that's when it happened. And then my in-laws called me and told me what was happening, that they are looking for money for surgery, that they need to pay 3 million naira first before they can do anything. I said, 3 million naira, you are looking for money? What happened to your brother? What happened to your son? Why can't you call him? Say they have been calling him. He said he doesn't have money. He's no longer picking their calls. My husband has squandered all his life savings on TikTok. And I reminded the family, are you people now seeing what I've been complaining about? Are you people now seeing why me and your brother are not together? I was the one who single-handedly paid for his father's surgery. My husband could not even afford three. This is somebody that had over 100 million naira in one savings. I'm not talking about everything. I said one savings. My husband squandered money sleeping with different girls in this country, gifting people on TikTok. If you see him on TikTok King's live stream today, he will gift and gift and gift. If they even bring him up, he won't stay there. If I should mention my husband's name, a lot of you will know him on TikTok. Now, after over a year of this separation, my husband wants to come back, and he wants to come back broke after he has squandered his life savings. I receive all the emails of how my husband is spending money. Before he moved out of the house, I removed some part of the money that I felt like is my own. I deserve it, and I kept it. And that it is from that money I paid for his father's surgery. Now my husband wants to come back home with less than $1 million naira. He is going to work. Oh, he's receiving salary, yet he cannot boast of 1 million naira. Just for you to know how reckless a human being is living in this UK. If in 1 month with your savings and your salary you cannot boast of 1 million naira, that means you are a useless and a reckless spender. As for me, I am done with that marriage. It doesn't matter whether I'm 50, it doesn't matter whether I'm 60. I am not going back to that kind of man that did not think of his children for 1 second. He squandered all that money on TikTok. He will go and marry TikTok. As for me, I am done.
This is a story time and how my husband and I were making $115,000 a year and still living paycheck to paycheck. It's a long one, but stick with me. So here's the deal. We went from being really, really broke to being okay, doing all right, to making $115,000 a year, which at the time was actually pretty good for the economy. But the problem was, even though we had been making more money, I was actually spending a whole lot more money than I should have been. Not only was I spending our entire $115,000 salary on lifestyle, but I was also racking up credit card debt. If you know what that's like, or if that sounds familiar to you, please let me know in the comments that I am not alone in this journey. Basically, it wasn't until I hit rock bottom in 2020 that I was able to actually heal my relationship with money and figure out that my spending was linked to childhood trauma. That was a game changer for me. And if you're struggling with overspending and making pretty good money, but not being able to make it from paycheck to paycheck, then I'm going to encourage you to look into healing your relationship with money.
Best advice is try to find a way to save money so you have some room. What do you think? Comment down below, and thank you for watching until next time.